Hi, my name is Nikki Perry and I lead our sales organization here at Zenput. Thank you so much for taking time to join us to learn about this very important topic. This panel discussion will center around a topic that I'm sure is top of mind for every restaurant operator out there today, and that's safety. Whether it's employee or customer safety, how to properly sanitize a store, wearing PPE, the restaurant industry is taking unprecedented steps to ensure the safety of their employees and their customers. In this panel discussion, you'll hear from restaurant operators around the world about how they're navigating this environment, how they're working to ensure safety at their stores, and how they're exploring unique solutions in these challenging times.
The challenges that we've been facing is the unknown of the pandemic. No one had ever heard of it before it started, so there was a lot of unknowns that we were faced with, and it didn't come with a handbook. It didn't come with a playbook or instructions on how to navigate through it. So we've been faced with new challenges as far as making sure we're keeping employees safe, keeping our customers safe, keeping everybody safe while still trying to maintain a business.
Really at the top of the list for where we've had to be flexible and be able to adapt daily comes to the safety of our guests and our staff, which from the very beginning of this was paramount to us. And those really center around a few key areas. The first is cleanliness and sanitation. And from the very beginning, that was a challenge for us of how we were going to completely rethink our cleaning procedures, our sanitation procedures in ways that we've never thought of before, both in our normal, traditional day-to-day operations and kind of how we've adapted new technology and touch screens and customer-facing touch screens that we need to sanitize in between each transaction. Additionally, we had to think about how we were going to rearrange the layout of our stores and our business model to account for things like social distancing and the amount of guests that are allowed inside a business, as well as how we managed our operational setup within our stores so that our staff could socially distance from each other and still be able to execute a menu that the guests came to expect.
The first thing we did was introduce twice daily disinfecting of the stores, of all the customer high touch points, all the employee high touch points. So twice a day after our peak periods, we will go through and disinfect basically the entire store to ensure that we're providing a safe environment for our people. We also have provided hand sanitizers, which is something we've never had at many customer touch points, as well as for employees. We've gone to daily health screenings as well. All employees, before they come in for a shift, are required to complete a health screen that includes a temperature check, just to ensure that they don't have any COVID symptoms or any symptoms that can be passed through the store at this time.
If there's cash procedures, then we have to make sure that, again, the cashiers never touch anything associated with the food. We've got what we call a quarterback position, and they basically take everything from our food lines and pack everything together to send it out to the customers, where the cashier actually uses a tray to hand it to the customers instead of handing the bag out themselves. We seal the bags to make sure that the customer understands that no one is touching their food, with the exception of the people that are specifically up there to make the food.
We're trying to show our customers how we're implementing new safety measures. We've created a new role in our stores, basically a crew member standing in the dining room, taking care of wiping down door handles, making sure all surfaces are clean. That person is highly visible. That person is also helping us with the new curbside service we're offering for our customers. So those customers who are still afraid to come into public spaces can now order through the online service, stay in their car outside, and will be more than happy to bring their food without touching the bags or anything to our customers. So we have folks out there being highly visible, and just to reassure our customers that we're doing what we need to do to keep everyone safe in our stores every day.
There's a higher awareness. The customers definitely have a higher awareness of everything that we do and how we handle the food. And I think we've got to have a higher degree of awareness and that we're being watched in everything we do. And I think because of this pandemic, a lot of things will, the customers have been educated more of what to look for.
So we can send out emails all day long and tell people the importance of, hey, you have to wear masks, you have to wash your hands. But really, it really boils down to that it has to be seen. It has to be seen, the actions have to be seen by our general managers, that our employees are taking safety to the highest level. And if they're seeing it, our customers are seeing it as well.
We've also used social media to help announce that we are doing certain things in a certain way to make guests feel comfortable to even come to our restaurants. However, once they're here, they're going to see our team members and managers in action doing these things. Wearing face masks and PPE is a big part of our requirements. So that's an immediate visual that says they're practicing safe behaviors here and they're taking care of each other.
We use digital displays across the restaurant to advertise our food, our menu, our dishes, and we've also, if you like, started to advertise our hygiene standards in the store and on social media, again to promote our safety protocols and the standards that we have to our paying customers.
We're using trays, sticking the credit card terminal out the window so that we don't have to touch the credit cards, doing whatever we can to limit contact, both for the safety of our team members and our customers. And so, we've also implemented increased cleaning procedures, and we've been using Zenput to help us understand how frequently that's actually being executed, as well as employee screenings and temperature checks at the beginning of shifts.
For both our guests and our staff, it was very important that as we put these measures in, that we were explicit about them. We have signs in our stores that tell our guests all the steps that we're taking. We have those steps posted in our team member areas as well. So we've been very explicit about explaining everything that we're doing, why we're doing it, how it aligns with, for instance, the CDC guidelines or our local health department guidelines, why we feel it's important, and how we're going to maintain it. And then the other thing is that we've made a real effort to be visible with what we do. So, for instance, as we sanitize the touch screens that our guests touch in each transaction, we're very deliberate about making sure that we do it, that they see us do it, that we're willing to pause in between customers so that what we're doing is not only explicit in a sign at the door, but that they visually see us doing it.